after January 6th, you said Donald Trump bears some responsibility for the attack on the Capitol. If he's found criminally responsible, will you respect the results?
He's not. I don't see how he could be found criminally responsible. He did not charge it. Well, what criminal activity did he do? He told people to be peaceful. I just find this, if this is what you asked me about when we have a hearing going on where we have 3 committees in a hearing, where you have 2 IRS whistleblowers. Have you watched any of that hearing?
Yes.
Do you think those whistleblowers are credible? Do you think those IRS agents that have committed themselves to work for the IRS agents, that have risked their own attacks to come forward, they are credible individuals? Would you believe that? Have you heard what they have said? That here we have the Biden Inc. family being treated different than the entire country. That when these IRS agents went to an FBI agent, that they were going to come to interview Hunter Biden. How was he treated? He was treated different than every other American. He was warned ahead of time so they wouldn't be there. The FBI told them. You know where else they went? They told the inaugural committee. Why would they reach out to the inaugural committee? That's just the Biden individuals planning for an inaugural. Why would they reach out and tell his attorneys of a location the attorneys don't even know of Hunter Biden's own documents? So he could be there before. But today, when I listened to this hearing that had oversight, had judiciary, and had ways and means, we now find out not just how it's treated, but more than 20 shell companies were created, not when Vice President Biden had left office, but when Vice President Biden became vice president. Then we found out 16 of the 17 payments from Romania paid through shell companies to the Bidens took place while he was vice president. I wanted to raise that because I don't hear anybody asking those questions when I know the rest of America is wondering what's going on here. Yes, go right ahead.
Chairman Comer says he's going to have a memoranda about the Romanian payments. We'll probably have more questions after we see that specific part. But one thing Democrats have been bringing up today is they say there's no direct link between these whistleblowers and wrongdoing by Joe Biden. So I want to ask you if you think there is that link, and also, where do you think the problem is here? Are you alleging that there is misconduct by the Department of Justice, by Merrick Garland, by the FBI, by the IRS, by whom?
Well, the first thing, we don't have all the information. We just now have the IRS agents come to us. And as these very credible individuals who have now found in their job got stymied by the FBI, and now questions in the meetings that they were, what they were told by David Weiss and what they were heard from Garland. Somebody is lying. So we need to get to the bottom of that.
Or just remembering correctly is something Democrats have said. There's a difference between...
Oh, so if Democrats said that, oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's interesting, yeah. Oh, a misunderstanding. So let me understand what a misunderstanding would be. Would a misunderstanding to you be where David Weiss tells in a meeting with these individuals and 5 others that he asked for a special prosecutor to be that, and he was denied, that they wanted to prosecute in 2 other districts, but they were told no. Garland publicly says he can have anything he wants. If he wants to prosecute, we'll be able to do that. But is it a misunderstanding if someone just said that? But what's interesting with this is the IRS agents took notes of the meetings. Because it would be a misunderstanding if someone just said that and you passed by and that was the end of it. But the IRS agent asked David Weiss to read the question because of what he said he thought was so important. And it retold that, no, I was denied being a special prosecutor. And then the notes were taken back, a question asked again, notes were taken back and sent to everybody in the meeting. So it's very hard to me, of all the meetings I've been in, if someone says one thing to me, it's very important, so I ask, did I hear it right? And you come back with the exact same thing. I take notes about it and I send it to all of you. So I go back to you. Do you think that's a misunderstanding? In your meetings, when you talk to me, you take notes, right? Are you recording me right now? But this is, right? Okay. So if that's like a note, would that be a misunderstanding? And if you ask me another question because I answered a certain way to reaffirm what I answered, it would really check all the boxes away for any misunderstanding. I could understand if it's muffled and it's on a phone call and it gets caught away that it's some phone call. Maybe if I had a phone call from one country to another, and that could be a misunderstanding. But when we talk to one another and I re-asked the question and I took the notes from the meeting and I sent you the notes and everybody agreed, what seems to me odd is why didn't David Weiss and why doesn't Garland come forward so quickly when now it seems that there's a whole different question that somebody's lying. And I will tell you this, we will get to the bottom. And if somebody's lying, that rises to the place of an impeachment inquiry.
Question on the government